Derek?
Yes, sir.
Right, guys, questions for Derek Carr?
You want me to get it? Make room. I'm good.
Fire away.
What'd you get out of today, Derek?
Today we got to see some different looks, which, you know, here, hold on.
Sorry, guys.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. It's all good.
Are we good? You got your logo in there?
Yeah.
All right. These things, like I said, I don't know when I said it, these days are like Groundhog Day, but I said that these days are better than a preseason game because we get to get blitz work, we get to get third down work, second and long work, different situation work all over the place, and we get to see a different defense. You know, when the scheme is different, that right there is so valuable because now you can go to the film and coach off of it and teach and correct. We didn't game plan these guys at all, so you come out here and you're like, we really don't know what they're going to play, you know, just based on info from the past. But we go out here and they've changed some stuff up and all that good stuff. But you know, it's fun to get different looks against different players, let our guys compete and see, you know, who can if they can get open or who can we block, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's really good. Like I said, I'd rather do this any day. You know, this stuff is good work.
As an offense, obviously right now you're pretty short-handed. You don't have Antonio. Dick Waller's pretty limited as well. Yesterday there was a 2-minute drill where it probably wasn't as crisp as you guys would have wanted as an offense. I don't know how you view today, but where is this offense right now?
Oh yeah, we got, like you said, you know, we got a couple guys that are out, but that's the next guy up, you know, and when that happens, we got to have our best guys be our best guys, you know, and that gets tough when people are taking them away, you know, in practice and things like that. But yeah, we definitely. That will be a reoccurring theme every practice. You always want to be crisper. You always want it to be cleaner. We were able to hit a couple touchdowns. We had, you know, 4 or 5 touchdowns, but man, you want 6 or 7. You know, we had one play, first play, you know, jack the ball up just to kind of really to set the tone. And you hope to come down with it. They make a play, and you know that kind of stuff, you know, is going to happen. It's not alarming to anyone, you know, in the meeting room or anything like that. But there are stuff that we need to correct off the film and things that we can do better.
That last play of that session over there was a deep throw to Tyrell. It was perfectly executed, but he dropped it.
Yeah.
Do you take away, like, hey, we ran it right, I threw it right, or do you take away, it was a bad note to end it?
No. We definitely, you know, we executed. He ran the route perfectly, you know, got the perfect spacing that we wanted. You know, and again, I missed, you know, a throw today. Probably the easiest throw of my career today, right? I missed an out route. I just sit there and like, really, you know, like what the heck? I'm sure he feels the same way about that one, you know, but we definitely look at that as a positive because we trust Tyrell and know that he's made that play a whole bunch of times.
Did you watch episode 1?
I did, yes. Yeah, I watched it. I tell John Abrams to move his car.
It's definitely salmon though, right?
It's definitely salmon. I don't know what he's talking about, but like I said, that guy, he never needs to change. I love them.
Are you concerned that Antonio's pool is more elaborate than yours?
Oh, no, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned at all. You know, I like when other people have nicer things than me.
In this practice, you're talking about being a different scheme that you're not game planning for. Is it a good test to see how you guys react to what will be on scouted looks during the year, especially like for the new guys, how they adjust on the fly?
100%. You know, being able to see some, you know, different coverages, different looks. You know, it really makes you rely on your rules. You know, it makes you rely on, you know, your scheme, and these things are really good, especially for the young guys. And myself included, where, you know, you get into a situation and you don't panic. You just go back to your rules. You know, hey, make that call. That guy's open. You know, making sure you're throwing it to the right spot. We can work on, you know, technique and things like that later, but making sure we're doing the right things mentally, and then you come back the next day and want to be cleaner, you know, or crisper on what you messed up the day before because you had a day of going against the guys. You had a day of seeing certain things.
You talked about what you liked about this setting in terms of strategy and what you get. What about intensity compared to a preseason game?
Yeah.
It seems like in some ways you almost get more out here because you can maybe hear what the defenders are saying to you.
Oh yeah, and again, I've played those DBs. It feels like 1,000 times now. You know, so we're talking to each other before the plays, you know, after plays, you know, all these kind of things. You know, taking little shots at each other, all that kind of stuff. And but the intensity of practice, definitely the starters because we know how preseason games go nowadays. You know, a lot of guys don't play as much, right? And so we treat these as games and competitive, and we want to compete against each other and things like that. While all the while, no one's scheming each other. So you just try, like I said, you know, your best to come out here and compete your tail off, and then just say, oh, well, yeah, if they're going to play that, we'll probably get to this, or we'll probably check to this, or things like that. But at the end of the day, you just come out here and compete against somebody else, and you get more out of it than just a preseason game.
We didn't see a lot of tempers flaring and stuff. That was kind of, I know John had made a point of saying we don't want that.
Yeah.
Reiterating that before this.
Well, yeah, I think that falls sorely on the head coaches, you know, and their leadership and how they coach and how they teach. You know, there was maybe one time where someone got shoved a little too late, and we'll live with that if it's not what happened my rookie year in Dallas. You know, where fans are trying to fight Cowboy players. You know that we love Raider Nation, but we don't want to get any fights or hurt anybody or break any hands on some helmets. You know, I think that the leadership by their coach, obviously they're a winning team. The leadership by our coach, it was very well said and documented how we were supposed to practice, and the intensity was great, but until the contact, and that's a good thing. Yeah, he's super competitive. I think he's got a good grasp of the offense now, and now you're starting to see his leadership and his personality come out. You know, whereas we're over here, and he's kind of starting to get a little mad if he doesn't see a guy giving enough. And I'm going to urge him to go let that guy know. You know, hey, you know, I don't care if you're a rookie. We all believe in you, and you've proven it on the field to us that you can play. Go ahead and speak your mind. If it's not right, get it right. You know, and so I saw a little bit of that out of him today, a little fieriness that I haven't. Not to say that I haven't seen it, but there hasn't been an opportunity for it. But when you go against somebody else, that little fiery spark came out. It was a good thing to see that he had that in him.
Derek, it's pretty well established what everyone in this building thinks about Antonio Brown's work ethic.
Yeah.
If he works as hard as anyone that could work to get on the field. That being said,
yeah.
He hasn't been. Can you contextualize the significance of all these missed snaps as you guys as an offense are trying to get this together for week one?
Yeah, you know, when he's on the field, it's completely different. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's somebody that just.
Come on, Carr, let's go. We got ours.
It's our strength coach. We got to get our arms in. You know, and he's somebody that he changes the way defenses play. He's someone that, you know, he changes obviously what coach will call, you know, for him and things like that. So it definitely, you know, you definitely wish he was out there. But we've had a lot of time on task. So it's not like what's the unknown. We know what it is, and we know that when he's healthy and when we get him back, we'll be rolling.
Two more, guys.
Definitive answer about, you know, what is actually going on with him. Does it make things a little bit easier? Because I feel like people were kind of like running with their own narrative of what was going on.
Yeah, to be completely honest, we haven't even paid attention to what was going on. And that's usually when anybody's hurt or dealing with something, you're like, man, we miss them, but there's so much that we're worrying about. We don't get into anybody else's business, you know. But we miss him, and we can't wait for him to get back.
You want to address the oil or suntan lotion controversy?
It's definitely sunscreen. 100% sunscreen, so I don't have a bad tan line for the preseason.
Last one.
Does Antonio manage to find ways to help or have input, even though he's not, you know, obviously in 7-on-7?
Oh yeah. He's a great about communicating and things like that. You know, and again, it's tough when he's not out there. It's tough for, you know, me, you know, not having that read or him in that matchup or whatever. But at the end of the day, I can play that in my mind and know, you know, we had enough reps in the offseason to where I know, oh yeah, he'll win. You know, he's won on that every time, or, you know, I know where that ball's going in that coverage, and things like that.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Until you've got that pick, you didn't have to guard your chain.
No, gosh, no. That was just to see if he was awake this morning.